Okay, I'm recording a video about the way I speak. Um, my name is Ben. I'm 42 years old, and I grew up in Tucson, Arizona. I lived there from age 4 to age 17. Um, and after that, I was in New Jersey at Princeton going to school until about 22. Then lived in San Francisco from 22 to 29. And back in Arizona to age 34, and then in Austin, Texas, up to age 42. And before I came to Tucson, from 0 to 4, I was in New Haven, Connecticut. So I have this belief that the certain aspects of New Haven, Connecticut speech somehow or other carry themselves into my own speech, just because it seems to not agree with standard Tucson speech, even though I lived there pretty constantly between ages 4 and 17. The only time that I was gone for any significant period of time was around when I was around 9 or so. I was 6 months in Boulder, Colorado, um, and maybe 6 weeks when I was 11 in Paris, but and a few other random things like that, but nothing much. So anyway, let's see. I'm going to read here Goldilocks and the Three Bears. All right. Once upon a time, there was a little girl named Goldilocks. She went for a walk in the forest. It was a lovely day. You never saw a bluer day. No showers likely. Pretty soon she came upon a house. She knocked, and when no one answered, she walked right in. At the table in the kitchen there were 3 bowls of porridge. Goldilocks was hungry. She took a few bites from the first bowl. Now there were fewer bites than there had been. "This porridge is too hot," she exclaimed. So she tasted the porridge from the second bowl. "This porridge is too cold," she said. So she tasted the last bowl of porridge. "Ah, this porridge is just right," she said happily, and she ate it all up. She thoroughly enjoyed it. After this, she decided she was feeling a little tired. So she walked into the living room, where she saw 3 chairs. Goldilocks sat in the first chair to rest her feet. "This chair is too big," she exclaimed. So she sat in the second chair. "This chair is too big too," she whined. So she tried the last and smallest chair. "Ah, this chair is just right," she sighed. But just as she settled down into the chair to rest, it broke into pieces. Goldilocks was very tired by this time, so she went upstairs to the bedroom. She could hardly carry herself up the stairs. "I think I'll just lie down," she said. There was a mirror in the room, but she didn't notice it. She lay down in the first bed, but it was too hard. She lay in the second bed, but it was too soft. Then she lay in the third bed, and it was just right. Goldilocks fell asleep. As she was sleeping, the 3 bears came home. "Someone's been eating my porridge," growled Papa Bear. "Someone's been eating my porridge," said Mama Bear. "Someone's been eating my porridge, and they ate it all up," cried Baby Bear. "Someone's been sitting in my chair," growled Papa Bear. "Someone's been sitting in my chair," said Mama Bear. "Someone's been sitting in my chair, and they've broken it all to pieces," cried Baby Bear. This was quite a problem. They decided to look around some more, and when they got upstairs to the bedroom, Papa Bear growled, "Someone's been sleeping in my bed." "Someone's been sleeping in my bed too," said Mama Bear. "Someone's been sleeping in my bed, and she's still there," exclaimed Baby Bear. Just then, uh, pause here. Okay. Uh, right. Just okay. Just then Goldilocks woke up and saw the three bears. She came unglued. She was afraid she was face to face with her destroyers. She nearly passed out. She screamed, "Help!" She jumped up and down and ran out of the room. Goldilocks ran down the stairs, opened the door, and ran away into the forest. And after this, she never returned to the home of the three bears, but she wasn't even sorry for what she had done. She had had a pretty bad time. The end. Okay. The following sentences show a few special sounds and combinations that were not found in the preceding story. I like to watch reruns. Steam was billowing out of the train. Captain Hook is a pirate. That town is situated down in the valley. We must prorate our costs. It was a pleasure doing business with you. The poor man went on a tour that turned into a joyride. Put that man on the payroll. All right, that is the end. And if I look up at the dot, you can actually see my eyes. So I guess I would say that the only thing interesting about my speech, evidently, is the word cot, C-O-T, and caught, C-O-U-G-H-T, are different. The word M-A-R-Y is Mary. M-A-R-R-Y is also Mary, but M-E-R-R-Y is Mary. Slightly different. Mary versus Mary and Mary. Let's see. Also, furry is slightly different from hurry and worry. But those are the only two words that I know of that have that sound in them. Mirror and nearer are slightly different, very slightly different. Probably in the same way that Mary and Mary are. Writer and rider are definitely different, and the sound of writer occurs in spider, tiger, high school, but not anything with an R. So wire, tire, fire, ironic. The sound of right is in bicycle, bicentennial, but not in bifocals. Let's see. Fiber. Fiber has the sound of ride, but tiger has the sound of right. So there's a bunch of complications that way. The same thing with ah versus aw. Soft, for example, has the aw sound. The aw sound is also in palm and calm, which I think is pretty unusual. But that's the way it goes. All right, let's see if I can stop this.